Hardcores, you know who it is. How are you doing? Well, what a show that was from Eduardo Hills last night in Sheffield. Good show. Good show. Good fights on it. We want more of that, don't we? Hey, that's what we want. We want more of it. But yeah, we need these media people though to start asking proper boxing questions. A lot of rumours flying around at the moment. You know, is Max going to fight Adrian King, Curtis Woodhouse's fighter, on a Big Ron show? Max putting posts out on his Insta. We've got him on later with an exclusive. Oh my God, what has happened? The Maximus. He's returning, he says, on his Insta. Returning from what? Hey, rigor mortis? I don't know. Is Joe G training a Coley? Hey, for a Bridgerweight world title? We don't know, do we? We need people to start asking proper questions. A lot of canaries and seagulls flying around, spreading the gospel. No, it is what it is. Is Matthew Hatton getting his marching orders today? Well, had 15 fights with hands of foam, hasn't he? It is what it is. Is Canelo going to get his 200 million to go to Saudi and fight Benavidez? Eh? Has anybody complained from Sabida's team about Dalton Smith's taping on his gloves being further up than where it should on glove? Eh? Could the lighting have got any bluer last night at Sheffield Arena? Because if it did, I'd have thought I were watching Avatar. You know, with that blue. When it's half full, they put blue on, and when it's less than half full, you should put green and red lighting on, Eduardo. You should have had a word with them. Oh, it needed the green and red, lad, because we could see through the blue. It was empty with a capital E. You know what I mean? But the fights were good. The fans weren't there. The fights were good. So that's how I look at it. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? So, but let's have a little neb of what we're on the card. And we'll give our opinion. Because that's what we do on here. Well, we know the first couple of fights, don't we? They weren't really up to much. But, you know, Colin Murray against Kempsey. Done him on points. He's going well, Colin. Butty Gegg against Steiker Zeka Summit. That were points. Forget that one. Liam Cameron won in a round against Ataba, but he was only really white collar level, but Liam can only beat who's in front of him. So I'm pleased for Liam. Getting back with another win. That's 3 on bounce for him. Grant Smith's lad Levers knocked out Merger. That was a good win. He's going well. Really, really well, that kid. Really, really well. Now we come to James Flint, Campbell Hatton. Campbell Hatton forced his heart out, so I'm going to tip my hat off to him. They rolled the dice in 15th fight. He has 77 rounds, so we can't write him off yet. He's still novice in it, but he had to take that fight because what are they going to do? Pad him out to 20, you know, with what he was doing. He had to roll dice. Can he come again and beat that kid? Maybe. But I thought it were a landslide win. A landslide win for James Quinn. Somebody said that Campbell Hatton said that he thought he'd done enough to win, and Eddie said he had it by a round. It was a lot more than that. It was 7 rounds plus. You know, that would being generous. But, you know, he's still a bit novice, isn't it? But do I see Matthew Hatton training him for his next fight? It's an hard one, that, isn't it? Being uncle and brother of Ricky. It's an hard one, that. I would like to be in Ricky's shoes. You know, they maybe want to take it to the next level. Maybe they've gone as far as they can. I don't know. Trainer always gets it in here, doesn't it? First you're angry, then you're upset, and you look for somebody to blame. You know, if they're going to play blame game, it'll be Matthew, won't it? But sometimes you just can't be as good as your dad. It happened to Marvis Fraser. It's happened to many a lad, hasn't it? You know, it is what it is, isn't it? But Campbell Hatton fought his heart out. He took it like a man at end, but you know, I'm hearing today though he's saying he thought he'd done enough. So I don't know if he's had a change of heart. I don't know if that's true, but I'm sure I've seen something about that. He can come again. They'll prop him up on shows. I mean, Eddie said he needs a warm-up fight before a rematch for that. I mean, what's all that about? He needs a warm-up fight. It's an area rematch. You don't need a warm-up for that. It's just a case of dragging it out and propping up more shows with him, innit? But it'd make a good living in gimmick job. Money on Misfits, Campbell Hatton, but personally, I don't see him winning a British title at this weight. He might get an area. Could he go above that? I'm not so sure. Has he got time on his side? Maybe. But that other kid who was just lost her, it's only 26. He's only had a couple of more fights. So, you know, they've got very similar records. And that kid's 21% punch KO. You know, if it had been anybody who had a bit of pop in the punches, Campbell Hatton he'd have got knocked out last night, wouldn't he? Really. So it's maybe back to the drawing board for him and start again and try and go to the next level. But, you know, I'm a fan of his now after last night. He fought his heart out. He couldn't do any more. He couldn't get any more out at Tank. So good luck to him. Good luck to him. Sandy Ryan against Terry Harper. The curious case of Terry Lee Harper, age 27, 18 fights, 14 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. 27-year-old. She looks to me like she's had granny punched out of her. First of all, what weight is she? Right? Started out at feather, ended up winning a world title at super feather, am I correct? Got knocked out at super feather, £130. Jumps to 154 to get an easy belt against Big Ron's fighter, Anna Rankin. So they got that belt, 154. Then decide they're not a 154 fighter. So they take a fight at 147. Right? She gets knocked out at 147. Or quit, sorry. She got basically knocked about, didn't she? Quit on stool. But don't worry, you've still got your belt at 154. What? So if she can't hold a punch at 130 or 147, why would you want to go to 154? Because it won't be a white collar next time, will it? Like Anna Rankin, a non-puncher. So what are they going to do with her? I don't know. Maybe she needs a break. Maybe they need a break. Maybe a year out or something, and decide, because she's still young enough, and decide what weight she's going to fight at. They need to find a weight that she's at. They can't keep having her jumping up and down. She won't know where she is. She won't know whether she's coming or going. And afterwards, she was laughing and joking and high-fiving and all that, like she were relieved. You know, I'd be surprised if she actually fought again. She looks so confused. I mean, what weight? Like I said, is she fighting at? 130? 154? You know, there's £24. If it were a man jumping from 130 to 154, he'd be in Guinness Book of Records. You know, there's only Manny Pacquiao done that, isn't there, really? And Mayweather, they're the only ones that have done that, aren't they? You know what I mean? It's gone unnoticed because they're just trying to make fights for Terry. Is she fighting for legacy, or are they just going to jump her up and down these weight divisions when there's an opportunity comes along and see her get knocked about? Is that what's going to be happening? Or is she going to be fighting for a belt and defending it at that weight? I think it's a perfectly good question. You know, where's she going? What's she doing next? Is she 154? Or somebody's mentioned she might go to 135? Well, that's another £12 down, isn't it? You know, why didn't they take the rematch with Boom Gardner at 130? You signed for the rematch. Is that why they've punished you in this fight? Because she didn't take that one? It's all a bit messy where she's heading. Like I said, what weight is she going to fight at? What weight? That's all we need to know. And 154, there's only really Natasha Jonas for it at that weight. Or what if Clarissa Shields wanted to fight her at that weight? That'd be a slaughter, wouldn't it? It'd be a meat market job, wouldn't it? Like Klitschko's, when they walk into the dressing room, they say to Eddie Chambers, "Come on," they throw Eddie on shoulder, fireman's lift, take him straight to meat market, don't they? Vitally used to do the same thing. Is this what they're doing with Terry Harper now? Just gonna put her in fights where she's gonna get knocked about. You know, I had her down to win on points last night, but she's gone into decline. Here, she can't hold a shot. She looks scared to death. Maybe because she's sparred that girl, I don't know, but she looks scared to death. You'd have thought a 154 coming down to 147, because 154 is too big for her. Would have been perfect, but no. I know you're gonna get wet if you go in shower, so you're gonna get punched if you go in ring, but I don't think she can hold a shot at all. At all, and Sandy Ryan's not a massive, massive puncher, is she? So I don't know. It's a tough one where she goes now. Is the Jonas fight there? Will they cough up? I don't know. What about Chantel Cameron? Would you be able to fight her? Could they get something going? Would belts even matter amongst them lot? You know, them 6'8" girls. The belts matter. They're all fighting each other from 130 up to 154, aren't they? They'll make it work. Oh, it's madness. Utter madness. But it is what it is. Oh, right. Let's move on to the main event now. Ooh, Dalton Smith said he'd win. Now, Cepeda started good, didn't he? But Dalton Smith looks like he's one for the future. But Cepeda were on slide, and maybe people are getting a little bit carried away, but he did the business. Can only beat who's in front of him, and he took him out in emphatic style. And they'll be looking to consolidate now and then maybe go for a world title. So he's done very, very well. I'm proud to say that my friend Chris Smedley trained him from being 5 up to about 13, I think, Dalton. So good luck to Dalton. It looks like he's a class act. He's in shape all the time, isn't he? He doesn't shout and bawl. So we should get behind him, Sheffield kid. Maybe he is going to be the new Kell Brook. That's what they're all saying. Dalton Smith's the new special one. Oh, it is what it is. But like I said, I thought he did really well. I didn't like the fact nobody mentioned about the taping on his glove. If you look at the rules, you know, I like it to be even. But he done well. Dalton done really well. And well, let's not forget Davies against Williamson. Davies did well with him. So Troy Williamson's no mug, but on the whole, you'd give that show a 9, wouldn't you? Really, that's a 9 out of 10. That show, honestly, a really, and the fans weren't there for it though. When really they should have been. That were a good show. So well done to Matchroom. Well done to Tom Dallas, the matchmaker. Big stiff Tom Dallas, plank of wood. But even a pig can find a truffle. No, well done, Tom. That's very well matched. Them fights. Even the Campbell Atom one, even though he got beat unanimously, he had a good in it and they were well matched. So good on him. Good show. That's about it, really. Yeah, that's about it. Kevin's horse today, 355 Percolator at Ascot. 8 to 1. Some people have got 11s. I got 8 to 1s. On Wednesday, Burdett, his other horse, runs at Kempton. I don't know what time on that one. So, still no Sky farewell for Adam Smith from Sky after nearly 30 years there. Said he's leaving to try different things. He ended up a boxing commentator. So, the stories don't add up, does it, around Bean? But I'm disappointed in Sky not giving him a big shout out after all them years there. If he's supposed to be took ill, why are they not coming out in support of the man? Is he going to get a gold carriage clock? I don't know. Big Joe Egan on his 28th interview for the last 2 days on YouTube still wanted to fight Big John. Big John's gone missing. Nobody's seen him or heard from him. So, boxing in 2024, Mike Tyson against Jake Paul. Joshua's already fought on Garno. Conor Benn, a drug cheat against Pac-Man, 45-year-old. You know, Dylan White's strolling back into mix, saying he's innocent and being cleared. You know, that's boxing for you, isn't it? Ben Shalom looks like he's losing his grip at Sky. Maybe not completely, but looks like the dates could be getting shared out. Are people going to be asking if this is true in the media? Everybody knows Bricktop and Eddie Hills would love to get back at Sky, don't they? They'd love to be on at Sky. Oh, it is what it is. Boxing 101, okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. We've got Max on later, Art of a Breadcrumb. We've got Adam Carlin from San Francisco back on, originally from Ireland. We are ripping shit up. And there's the Pokey Fitness cringe video tomorrow. Oh my God, been bullied into it. Pop, pop, bang. Go on. Peace out. Oyaka.